acceptance, and when you click accept, then that banner disappears and your acceptance for the cookies is recorded. We will see how ASP.NET Core it helps you write a consent banner and manage it with eye tracking consent feature. This interface is available in ASP.NET Core, and we will see how we can make use of this interface to correctly implement the consent banner. So what is the objective of this tutorial? First of all, let me explain. The objective is when the user will open your page, then at the top there will be a consent banner with some information, some message, and an OK button or accept button. When the user will click this accept button, the acceptance will be recorded and this banner will disappear. When the user comes the next time, then this banner will not appear because he has already given his consent. Now the immediate question is how it works. For this, let me explain you that ASP.NET Core it provides you eye tracking consent feature. This is an interface that is provided to you by ASP.NET Core, and it can be obtained in your Razor page. If this is your Razor page, then it can be obtained inside your Razor page. The instance for this interface is made available to you by ASP.NET Core inside the Razor page, and we will see how to obtain it in a moment. But let us say it is available to us. Then this interface has an important property called can track. This property means that when can track is you have a property on this eye tracking consent feature interface. If this property is true, then it means that the user has given his acceptance. That is, you can track him. And if this is false, that means the user has not consented, and depending on this, if it is true, then this dialog will not be shown. If this is false, then this dialog will be shown. So can track property, this property helps you decide whether the dialog for cookie acceptance, whether the banner for cookie acceptance is to be shown or not. So this is the deciding property. Now once you know that the banner has to be shown, what happens? When this banner is shown, the probably this can track property, it reads a cookie present on the user's machine. If the cookie is present, then it says that can track is true. If the cookie is not present, can track will return false. This means that this can track is basically connected to some cookie on a user's computer. When the user clicks this accept button, then this cookie is created on the user's computer. And when the user's computer has this cookie, then the next time you will obviously not show the banner. So the things revolve around this cookie. Now you have shown him the banner. Now because can track it returned false, and therefore you have shown the banner. Now what happens when the accept button is clicked? When this accept button is clicked, a JavaScript code will run, which will cause the cookie to be created, entirely through JavaScript. The correct function is document.cookie is equal to. Here the full HTTP format of the cookie must be specified as per the HTTP protocol. So this means to create the cookie, you will use document.cookie is equal to some string. This string is the correct cookie string in the HTTP format. So this is what is required, this is what you will need. Now from where do you get this string? So if you are with me, then JavaScript will be used to create a cookie on the basis of this string. This string is obtained should be in the HTTP format. Now the question is, from where do we get this string? For this, the same interface, it has a function called create consent cookie. There is a function available on this interface which when called, it will give you that string, the ready-made string in HTTP format, in whatever is the standard format. It is basically, the format is basically a name value pair, nothing else, semicolon, separated properties and all. We will not go into that, but this function create consent cookie